basically. Creep aggro works on any hero on the map, so if I attack, or pretend I'm going to attack that axe in the mid lane, their creeps will be like, back off my axe, and they will try to attack me, which lets me lead them to my ranged creep, which gets one of our ranged creeps killed. These creeps are now going to die, and the lane otherwise would have been closer to us. I'm not sure. I don't know where the lane was ending up there. It would have pushed in farther though, because now we're even here, whereas we had 2 ranged creeps just prior. So creep aggro is actually really useful in a lot of ways. They don't have melee creep right now, so we're not actually dragging anyone. Ranged creeps are just gonna kind of hang out when you creep aggro, because they don't actually have to walk anywhere, so you can't reposition them as well. You can do this every 3 seconds. Creep aggro, it has an internal cooldown. It's also good for manipulating their creeps to make positioning easier. Did this just become the creep aggro video as well? I think it did. Oh, nice. I'll get some harass on that. I'm out of mana. I should have been buying mana regen in addition to all these tangos, because I now have 15 mana regen without items. Sorry, health regen, but I have no mana regen besides my 1.3. So we got our ranged creep killed, and now the lane's going to push towards us. You can also drag a single creep, even if they have more alive, to get your lane to stop prematurely. Those few seconds are going to equate to a decent chunk of distance. Creep aggro is also useful for, not only can you pull them to the range creep, but if it's still dangerous, you can pull them even more to get them closer to you so that you can CS safely. Let's try that again on the next wave. So they're over here. This creep is around half. I'm gonna... No, I did it too late. RIP. So say they were still pushing up. I'm going to click on the... yeah, I did it. Okay. I didn't do a great job of it, but I did it. You click on the drow when the creep is kind of sort of low. You back up, bring the creep with you, and try to kill it, basically. If the heroes are actually on your camera, it's a little easier. Like this. Like that. And it just lets you get your CS from a little farther away. This has a range of, I want to say, 500 units. I don't actually know what that means.
Aggro 500, yeah.
Yeah. I don't actually know what 500 equates to, but it's about here. So if I... Look, this creep is about half. I find the Skywrath. I click the Skywrath. Creeps run at me. It's not very easy or useful when the heroes aren't in front of you, because if the heroes aren't in front of you, I'm going to stand right here and just hit whatever the heck I want. But now that Skywrath's back, I want to be actually somewhat concerned with my safety, especially because Skywrath's ult is really good against me. It's a lot of magical damage. They're going to go on a range creep, and our range creep's going to die. And now we're under the tower. And because we're under the tower, the lane's going to push back towards them. At the 10-minute mark, this is where that gets a lot more relevant, because we're going to start pushing their tower right now. Every 5 minutes, a siege creep like this dude spawns for each team. Oh, our siege creep is gone. It died a while ago. Oops. Also, around the 10 to 15-minute mark is when the laning stage comes to an end. So you're now less concerned with farming and more concerned with taking towers and getting map control. I have 20 passive HP regen. That's ridiculous. So we're going to nuke this wave. We're going to kill some creeps. And now our creeps are going to hit their tower. And we're going to ult because I'm DK. And DK is very good at pushing towers. When he's in his ult, he does a lot of damage over time to the tower that bypasses its armor. Towers have a lot of armor. He actually does a lot of damage over time to anything he hits. So on DK, you want to spread your hits out. And he has a lot of armor, which lets him tank the tower's hits. So in this one wave, we basically dropped the tower down to 29 HP, and the damage over time is still ticking. They ran past us, so we're just gonna go kill it. Ah, he's getting the deny. He didn't get the deny, we're insane. We die though. We die for it, but yeah. We took their tower in one push. That's a case where you want to start pushing the lane instead of pulling it back, because if you pull it back too much, they're going to start pressuring your tower, getting chip damage on it. They got very little chip damage on our tower during that whole time, and then we went over and we just took the whole damn thing. So that's lane equilibrium and kind of sort of creep aggro. I think that's all we need to worry about creep aggro. They're very related because creep aggro is really good for manipulating